All right, let's get into the weekly watch report where we talk about the things we watched this week.
Cue the song.
Weekly watch report. Weekly watch report. Pow. Weekly watch report. Hey.
Pow.
It changes every week.
Yeah.
Weekly watch report. Pow. Weekly watch report. Pow.
Yeah.
Giving you all the things that we watched this week. Yeah. Okay. All right, I'll start it off. I'm going to start it off easy, like things we don't need to talk about. I rewatched Matilda
Okay.
on Netflix.
Yeah?
I love Matilda.
Matilda's great.
Great movie. I'll give it an A.
Okay.
Never seen.
You ever seen
I
Matilda?
don't even know what it's about.
What? Never seen Matilda?
I know that
seen
Harry Styles
Matilda?
wrote the song, you know.
Matilda is so
but then
fun.
Matilda, the song has
Matilda
nothing
with
to
Danny
do with
Wait,
DeVito?
what? I
it.
thought it was inspired by the movie.
Matilda's the name of his godchild, I think.
Oh, I thought he just wrote it.
No, Matilda is about a little girl who has like these powers, and her parents don't care about her.
Damn. What do you think it's got on Rotten Tomatoes?
95.
91.
It's a great movie.
Never even... I mean, I've heard of
Really?
Matilda.
You should
but
watch
I don't-
Matilda.
like,
It's
I've
on
never-
Netflix. It's great. Great
Oh
film.
no, his goddaughter's name
Oh,
is
it's-
his goddaughter's name is Ruby. Why am I?
Oh, it's Roald Dahl. Used to read
Yes.
all his books in elementary school.
You never read Matilda?
The BFG.
Oh my god, that scared me so much. I had nightmares
BFG?
because
I
I
had
was
the
like,
whole,
these giants
like-
are gonna come for me.
I had the whole the big book of that just had a lot of them in
Yeah.
one. Now
Maybe
I
I
feel
did
like
read
maybe
it.
he
I
did
don't know.
write Matilda because of that.
I think he did. I think
He might have. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that song because I'm not familiar with Harry's house. Hot sore subject. I don't want
sounds
to piss
familiar.
anybody off.
Centered around. Oh wait.
It
The
says,
the song. Oh yeah. The song's main character is based off somebody he knows in real life, though he's wrapped her story and identity in the character Matilda, based off Roald Dahl's infamous novel.
Well, Matilda's a great movie, and I rewatched it this weekend. So I'm going to get that out of the way.
Wow, I really confused those two. Doesn't Ruby, the goddaughter, do? Oh, she does the.
I don't know.
Come on, Harry.
we want to say goodnight to
We
you.
want to say goodnight to you. Yeah, it's that. That's
wait.
her.
Oh, that's...
That's his goddaughter.
Oh,
that's
I
what
had-
I'm.
I
That's
thought
what
it was
I'm
just a random
confusing.
kid.
Oh,
No,
I
that's
didn't
what
know
I'm
that.
confusing. Sorry, that was a total
that's
side
fine.
tangent to.
Matilda.
Matilda.
Matilda's a great film.
And it's a great song by Harry Styles.
And great soundtrack in Matilda. Great movie.
great movie.
I also rewatched She's the Man, which is also an A,
Always plays.
which I think I have already had on my rewatch before at some point. It's just
Definitely.
one of those. Okay. Vanderpump Rules.
This latest episode.
This latest episode.
Yeah. Sheena's big wedding.
Yep. I'm gonna give it a B plus.
Okay. I haven't watched it yet. So
Just
I can't
it's
discuss
everything
with
we've
you.
already known, but you're just locked in. You're
Yeah.
analyzing everything. You can't believe that Ariana and Raquel are cuddling on the couch,
Right.
Knowing now that we know they kissed even before Sheena's wedding.
Did you see the clip that everyone was freaking out that it looked like he slapped her
That
ass?
was last week's, or no, it might have been the beginning of this week.
Yeah.
I started watching at 9:23.
Oh, you're
I was
a little late.
I was a little late. My dad texted me and he said, "Are you watching Vanderpump?"
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
said no, and he said, "Well, you better put
You
it
better
on."
put it on.
And so I did.
Better change the channel, honey.
Yeah, he was like, "Get to it, sweetheart. You got a job to
Yeah.
do."
I did watch Lala and watch What Happens Live. I didn't watch the Vanderpump episode, but I watched Lala.
Need to say that Lala is absolutely stunning.
Yeah, she is.
Beautiful. Watching this episode last night, incredible.
Yeah.
She looked unbelievable at Sheena's wedding. Like whatever she's doing, it's working for her.
She
looks stunning.
and I just sometimes love how she just like hypes things up. Like she was talking about, she was like, there's a conversation between Ariana and Raquel like towards the end of the season or like, in the finale or something. She's like, it's sick.
It is.
Like I just
I saw some comments on that because there was a TikTok about that.
Yeah.
And I saw some comments, and this is far-fetched, but I'm just imagining, my thought when I saw that was like Raquel still thinking she could be best friends with Ariana, like, because, she's probably thinking like, it's okay, whatever. People were commenting that maybe Ariana, and this is like a far-fetched, I feel bad even repeating it, but I don't know, that Ariana was thinking of maybe freezing her eggs and Raquel was like encouraging her with Tom.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a conversation that happened because that would be
That's-
sick.
yeah,
That would
yeah,
be, that's
yeah,
sick.
yeah.
So I don't know. Vanderpump Rules gets a B plus. I mean, I gotta wait till these end episodes to give it an A. It was good. I don't know why Katie went to Mexico.
Yeah.
Why Katie went to Mexico even though she was not at the wedding or involved. Just stay home.
Yeah.
Schwartz is an idiot.
Yeah. It was a weird move.
Everything was weird. They're all weird. I watched Dave, the first 2 episodes. Didn't really love it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a C. I'm gonna give it a C. I didn't love it. Will I continue watch it?
The third episode I watched last night. I think you'll like more. There's a lot of cameos.
Okay.
I'm in that spot where like all these new shows that are coming back are shows that I watch with Joe, and I have to wait. So I watched other stuff.
Yeah.
And couldn't catch up on.
That makes sense.
Couldn't catch up on Dave yet. I'm excited to watch though.
Will I keep up with it? Probably, just as something to watch. But I really didn't love the first 2 episodes. Yeah. But I want to see where it goes. That gets a C for me. Beef, which was a Noah recommendation on Netflix. It also has 100% on Rotten.
I was telling everyone's
watching it. Yeah.
I watched 5 episodes.
I've watched 3.
I've really enjoyed it.
Same.
I'm going to give it an A minus because I really like it.
Yeah.
But it's like,
it's freaky.
Well, you're halfway.
I'm halfway, so I'm gonna give it an A minus.
Yeah, exactly. It's hard to talk about when we don't obviously know.
Yeah, but I have been.
And I feel like the last episode, the way the show is built, it feels like probably the last episodes are where things really get freaky. Ali Wong is so good.
She's so good.
So good.
Really, really
He's
good.
so good too.
I've only seen her.
They're both so good, but I really have only ever seen her like comedy.
Yeah, I haven't seen her
like this is obviously there's funny parts of the show, but it's also like pretty fucking intense.
She's really good.
Really good.
The last episode I watched, I was like, damn, you go. She was great.
I've seen him in so much. He's so good. Walking Dead and Minari was such a good movie.
I don't know what I've seen him in. Yeah. I haven't seen those. So.
Yeah.
Next up, I have Jury Duty. I watched the first 2 episodes of that with James Marsden, who's on our show today. Very funny, I thought.
Yeah.
I thought it was good stuff.
I would just also like to say in this moment, before we actually have the interview with James Marsden, attractive man.
You shut the door. I was like stunned by your reaction.
Man.
He walked out. There was no joke. 0.5 seconds in between him walking out the door, Fran slamming the door shut and almost fainting to the ground.
I've never seen Fran that flustered.
I haven't either. I was taken aback.
Flustered of any.
I was taken aback by you being
had.
flustered by him.
I don't know. It was just, and you know what's funny? Someone DM'd me and was like, basically like, please tell me he's as attractive as I think he is. I was like, yes.
you went out of your way to respond.
Yes, I answered that one.
That was wild, right? She shut the door and almost dropped to the ground.
I'm telling you, I self-admitted.
Yeah.
I was like,
she was like, I was stumbling over my words during the interview.
I lost my train of thought a couple times. I kept myself pretty composed.
I was editing, like going back and editing some stuff, and Francis like gazing into
staring into his eyes, his blue eyes. You just get lost.
It's funny.
Anyway, he's really good in Jury Duty.
It is a good show. Jury Duty. I'm gonna give a B minus. I think that's an appropriate score. I thought it was funny.
That's like a
original idea.
That's like that's like an 80.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
B minus. Yeah.
80,
I thought it was a good idea. A little repetitive at times, obviously, but I thought it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And I liked it.
I think it keeps getting funnier too, I will say.
I'm going to keep up with that too. Now, I love having all these shows to keep up with now. I was struggling for a little bit.
Yeah.
Love is Blind.
Yeah, we're in a tough spot here because we're obviously recording on Thursday and now Friday the wedding episodes are out. So if you're listening to this and you've already watched, you know what happens and we don't. So we were left at the cliffhanger of Chelsea and Kwame's wedding.
For the love of God, please don't get married, Chelsea and Kwame. Please.
Look, we could be in a spot where obviously we don't know what happened, but if I will be blown away, absolutely shocked to my core if Kwame says yes. Chelsea's saying yes. But if Kwame says yes, I will be blown away.
He's got to go. He might be my least favorite person that's been on Love is Blind. I have like,
Really? Of everybody?
not everyone. I mean,
this
Bartiz was a problem,
Yeah.
but like this season,
Yeah.
like he's just such a red flag.
Yeah, he
like
is. He is for sure.
So I give those episodes a C because it's
Yeah.
just gotten a little boring.
And all their conversations pre-wedding like made me so uncomfortable. It really felt like he just wanted her to find reasons to be like to break up, or like not break up, but it was just like she's so adamant of it working, and he's just like, yeah.
It's bizarre. They're very bizarre. Did we talk about this last week, or did this just happen where Jackie and Marshall, they're donezo?
No, this happened when we
Okay.
watched. They had the conversation, and Jackie posted on Instagram that things were shown out of order because everyone was freaking out that
Right.
she met up with Josh and like said she would like give Josh a chance before having that conversation with Marshall. She claims that the conversation with Marshall happened before the meetup with Josh. So obviously that's different, but the big moment too, I mean, incredibly uncomfortable breakup as well. And Marshall asked for the ring back. She said no.
I don't understand why she wouldn't give the ring back. Now, obviously, Love is Blind pays for the ring.
He didn't pay for the
But
ring.
why,
I get that.
But why do you want the symbol? The
because she
symbol.
wants the fucking money. She's going straight to the fucking pawn shop
It's
with that
just
thing.
crazy to me. Like, why? Like, out of respect, okay, you don't think the relationship's gonna last and you don't want to be together. Just out of respect, not to be a shitty person,
Yeah.
just say, I'm gonna give this back respectfully. This isn't working. And don't be an asshole about it.
No, I
just
know.
give the ring back.
I know. I mean, it's more and more has come out
He
that it
didn't
really seems
pay
like
for
she
it, but-
did this show for, obviously, I'm sure a lot of them do. It goes without saying for some fame, business opportunities, things like that. She point blank said to Josh, like, I am not ready to make any commitment of marriage anytime soon is basically what she said. And so it's like, that's the whole premise of the show. You're going on a show where people straight up get married at the end of it. You think that's like the goal you want going into it. She was like, I'm nowhere near ready to even have that conversation. So it's like, okay, you clearly had no actual intention of getting married at the end of this anyway. But she's like, I'm going to keep the ring.
Just awful. She actually, I said Kwame's the worst. Jackie's
I think
probably
she might be the worst. Yeah.
I take it back. I think Jackie might be the worst. She's incredibly emotionally immature
Yeah.
in every single way. Did you see the supposed leaked text?
No.
Oh my God. Okay, I have to pull these up. No idea if these are real, but they've been circulating around TikTok. Once again, no idea if these are real, but they have been circling on TikTok. And she...
Yeah, no, you can find him. I'll say like,
Well, I have
oh, you have him. Okay.
Okay, she was in a group chat with her friends, and one of the friends, like, I guess released this because there's blue text. So
Yeah.
she's gonna know who released these if these are real. They've been circulating a lot, so I have no idea. But and she changed the name to the other person in the group chat to friend one, and then Jackie's name, so you can't see the name of the other person. But Jackie says, he gives me vibes, y'all, and I kind of hinted at that in my interview, and all hell broke loose. So I had to like switch it up. But he for show gives me, this is how it's written. So I really apologize.
Yeah.
I really apologize for how I'm about to speak. I am reading it as written.
Yeah.
Gives me vibes because he used to twerk on the bed, and I told him I was off that, and he was like, yeah. So now this time I told him to be more aggressive with me. He's hard faux show, but sometimes he can be sweet. Friend one goes, twerk on the bed, ? LMFAO. Jackie, good for you also for commuting how bad of a turn off that shit is. So then I guess the other friend's like asking about him twerking on the bed. And then Jackie goes, yes, he will twerk on the bed. And I was like, yeah, no, that's not going to fly, big homie. And then he'll talk like, yes. And I'm like, ? That's the damn truth. Then Jackie says, I don't want to hear y'all at my wedding yelling about how he got sugar in his tank either, please. We got to make it stretch for TV. Bye. And then this friend that's, I guess, released the text wrote, LMAO, no, got to make it to the altar, laughing faces. Then Jackie said, I can just hear blank say he's a teapot. And then this friend writes, LMAO, stop. I'm sorry. These are the most bizarre. If these are real, like, I don't know how they'd be fake, you know, because they're written so weird.
Yeah.
And then it keeps going.
I mean, easy to fake text messages.
It is very easy. Trust me, it's very easy to fake text messages.
Yeah.
I just, like, how creative of this person, I guess. Like, like, if you were making up these text messages, man, you're pretty creative. But, yeah, so basically it was just her going back and forth. Like, that was really it. But, like, saying we got to make it stretch for TV.
Make it to the altar, yeah.
And then, like, her making fun of him a little bit.
Yeah.
So I have no idea how real those texts are or not, but they've been circulating. I have no idea. I really don't. Bizarre.
Yeah, tough. Very tough. The only, like, and then Zach and Bliss, like, make sense, I think, but, you know, Bliss's dad was kind of giving him a hard time, which, fair. I could imagine any dad being like, well, what the hell is happening? I feel like I said, I don't really have any strong feelings about Zach and Bliss. I really don't.
Either.
And Brett and Tiffany, yes. His dad, so cute. Ugh.
I hope those two make it.
I do too.
I think they were
really
trying to
do.
make us nervous, thinking they were going to say yes, but I think they'll be fine.
I know. I think so too. And who knows? I don't. Mike and Paul. I don't care.
Last thing I watched was Succession.
Yeah.
And that gets an A. And that was an incredible episode.
Absolute top-notch
and
episode.
also incredibly sad.
Yeah.
Because, spoiler, if you haven't watched it,
Yeah. Be shocked if you made it this long.
we have lost our king,
Yeah.
Logan Roy. We've lost him. He's a goner. I have chills. Incredibly sad. Really sets up the rest of the season and sets up the show itself, Succession. That is now what is going to happen. And I want to be on record saying something. I don't know if you guys remember this a couple of years ago when Succession first started, and I was like, I have this weird feeling that Greg is going to like become in charge of things.
Yeah.
Because Nicholas Braun's name is shown right at the beginning, but it's really because it's alphabetical order.
Yeah.
If Greg becomes the successor of it all, just know that I'm saying it right
I'd
now.
be stunned.
I would be stunned.
I would be stunned as well, but he's the only one that doesn't really
That would be like the end of Game of
have-
Thrones, and everyone would be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I think right. I don't want to spoil for if people are watching Game of Thrones, but yes, people would be pissed. I think they'd be like, "This doesn't make any sense." Yeah. I'm just saying it. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, there's a lot. Look, there's a lot of options now. It was just a top-notch episode of TV. Like, it was just so well made, so well acted. I kind of had a feeling, and I think a lot of people did, that something was gonna, like, that Logan could probably die at some point. I think most people kind of thought, oh, it'll like happen at the end of the season, because it just felt like there was so much more to happen between him and the kids. So it's sad and I think the actors like felt this way too, that it was like there's so much more that they could have done, and like we'll miss him as a character so much, but it was a good representation of you can't really plan when death happens, you know? Like it's
right. It happened early on.
Yeah.
And it also
I felt like it was like a really good way to do that.
Yeah. The way it was shot was incredible.
So-
Their acting, all of them did a phenomenal job. It felt
they said
so
it was
real.
a 27-minute like one shot, like moving, like
They're all
that whole scene on the boat, like when they're all finding out like when you really you felt like you were on that boat because it was just one continuous movement.
they're all so incredible, and you feel like you were there with them, and it feels like an accurate representation of like kind of what death feels like, where you don't want to believe it.
Yep.
And they're like,
Well, I didn't
in
believe it
denial.
watching, and when that first call, I was like, oh, they're fucking with
Well,
them.
that was clever how they did it, where they didn't show you him.
Yeah,
Like,
until the end, and
till
then
the
they were like,
end.
okay, he's
Yeah.
really,
Because I thought it was a joke,
yeah.
or not a joke.
What was I going to say? I think that it obviously very sad because Logan is such an amazing character, and you're gonna miss his rants and him angry and just him being there overall.
Yeah.
But I think it does kind of set up great for the rest of the season, because now them in the show and us as viewers have kind of time to get over it. Like,
Yeah.
because if this happened at the eighth episode or 9th episode, we're gonna be like, man, he died, and then that's the taste we have left for Succession. Or it's 3rd episode, he died. We have the rest of the season to now that taste will leave our mouths a little bit. Yes, we're upset he died, but there's going to be so much more that happens.
Yeah.
And it won't be the final thing. Like, oh man, he died. Like right at the end,
yeah.
right at the end of Succession. Then you're like, what happens next?
Right.
And then it's the show's
No,
over.
totally. You
we have
see the dynamic completely
Yeah.
play out.
now we have time to see what life is like without Logan. Really just an incredible episode. And that's what makes a great TV show. Something unexpected like that. A character you don't want to let go of, but you kind of have to. Also good that it's the end of the show in general. So it doesn't make it, it's a loss, but it doesn't make it too much of a loss. Game of Thrones-esque, where you never know who's going to go. Like, there could be another death.
Do you watch the after the show stuff?
I saw
Yeah.
some of it from this episode.
Yeah.
When he
That's
said
why I said
dramaturgically.
Oh yeah.
Dramaturgically. I hate when people
Just
do
made
that.
sense dramaturgically.
I hate when people do that. Like, I know you're using it the correct way, but why you got to do us like that? Why you got to make us feel stupid?
And that's just Jeremy Strong. I
Yeah.
think he's just that kind of guy, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah, no, it was good. That's why I said that's where they talked about how it was like one
Yeah.
continuous shot.
Really just great episode overall. So that gets an A for me.
Yeah.
And that's everything I watched.
I watched a lot of the same stuff, so we discussed. I will give Beef I watched 1 through 3, so I'm a little bit farther behind. I'll give it a B. It's good. I'm not like it hasn't.
Yeah.
It's good, but I'll
Yeah.
see where it takes me. As of right now, 1 through 3, like I'm intrigued, and it's good. It's very well acted, but I'm also kind of a little freaked out at the same time. But that's the power of A24, that they just get you. Jury Duty, I watched 1 through 4. I will also give that. See, this is where the grading is hard. Because I would
You can't
give.
talk about the grading. You just got to
I
grade
know,
it.
but I would. But I
Every
would.
week.
Like
The
I would
grading.
give Jury Duty a B also, but like Beef is 10 times the show. You know what I'm saying?
They're different.
Different genres.
They're different genres. They are. So I'll also give that a B. I watched Murder Mystery 2. I'll give that a C plus. Enjoyed it. Fun.
I think that's
Kept
what
my
I gave it
attention.
last
Yeah.
week.
See, that's crazy to me. That's more crazy to me when I hear it's only 2 off from Beef. Murder Mystery 2.
But you can't put them in
No,
the
no,
same
I know,
genre
I
because
know.
it's kind of like before.
Yeah.
You said Matilda is a 90. What is it? 90 something on
92,
Rotten
yeah.
Tomatoes. Where like, I don't know, The Departed, which is a fantastic movie, probably also has a 90 something.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're like, The Departed is 10 times the movie Matilda
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
But that's how the grading works.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like The Departed. I don't know why that's the
Yeah,
movie
yeah.
I chose.
I definitely had. I finished Next in Fashion. Fun season. I don't really have a grade for it, but I will say the hosting duo of Gigi and Tan France, great combo. They're very cute and funny together. I liked them hosting. They had good guest people. Hailey Bieber did it. She brought absolutely nothing. Like she was nice. It's just like I felt like she didn't really contribute too much.
Classic Haley.
But it was
She kind of just gives
yeah,
nothing.
yeah. I like Bella was a guest judge, and I liked seeing Gigi and Bella together doing that. I watched all 3 of the first. It's the 3 parts of a new Netflix doc on the Boston Marathon bombing. America's Manhunt, something like that is what the title of it is. Very good. I mean, crazy. Like, you still see that footage and it like makes you freeze because it's so crazy that they just have all of it. And of course, that's how they put together, because there was all that digital footage. They could put together who these guys were. But I know there's been documentaries. I know that there's been, I think, movies.
Did you
there's.
never watch the movie?
No, I never watched the movie.
Pretty good.
I prefer like I don't know. Sometimes when you watch the movie, not like you watch a movie and you think everything you see in the movie is how it happens, but it's also a movie. So they do take some
who played the
creative liberties.
one of the bombers is a kid from the Naked Brothers band.
Yes.
Nat
Wolf.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen the movie, but this was very, very good. This was like, as far as documentary goes, I would give this like a B+. It was captivating. I watched all three, I watched it all in one sitting, just kind of knocked it all out, but it was very, very interesting. And I felt like I learned stuff that I didn't know. Great interviews with the police, the FBI, like everybody. I thought it was very good.
To this day, I'm still like, it's crazy that they found them. When it was happening, I was like, they can't find these guys.
Yeah.
No,
it was
city.
I mean, it's crazy, and like they went really through it all, like step by step, and it was really very good. I watched Succession is an A+. That was an A+ episode, just phenomenal TV, and I kind of think
Louis Capaldi.
Oh, thank you.
I watched that after you said that.
Thank you. I knew I was like, there was something else that was long that I watched. I can't remember what it was. Louis Capaldi documentary, I will give an A. I thought it was really good. I love him. I think he's great. He's obviously mega talented, but the documentary was so vulnerable. He really shared a lot, very open about his mental health and his family. Like, it really is crazy. He was just like, living at home with his parents.
It's always crazy, these documentaries, like the same thing with Billie Eilish, that they started shooting them before they really blew up.
Yeah, and you're just like, it makes you think. You're like,
well, the Louis Capaldi one, they didn't.
It was, they had, I guess they just had like footage.
They had footage because it was like,
but when he was like moving out of his parents' house, he was still like,
but his first album was out already.
I guess, yeah.
Billie Eilish's was
weird. Crazy. I was like, this is wild.
Billie Eilish and the D'Amelios.
I didn't watch the D'Amelio one.
There's not the documentary, but there's some videos that you're like, how? Like my parents took a lot of home videos of us as kids.
Yeah.
But like something about the D'Amelios, you're like, how did they have this kind of footage?
Right. Yeah.
Simulation.
Yeah. Sometimes it's a little bizarre.
Lewis's, the whole premise really of Lewis's was like the height of his fame and the pressure after his first album did so well, and like having to make a second album and put that together, and all the stress and performing live and all these things, but very, very, very good. Emotional. I cried. I'm talking about his aunt. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
He is really very funny, and you see that like charm on social media and everything that he does. And then this was like a good insight into his life as well. Loved it. Really loved it.
Niall Horan, I'm starting to like really be a fan of. Like, I don't even know his music, but like I would listen to the Foreplay interview and I was like, this guy seems cool. And then in this documentary, he like makes a brief appearance and I'm like, oh,
yeah.
I gotta watch
he and
this
Lewis
one.
are very good friends. I love Niall. Niall's number 2 on my One Direction list of people. Yes. And he's a judge on The Voice right now. He's doing a great job. He's very cute. Yeah, he's doing a good job. Because obviously I also watch The Voice. There's a ton of stuff that it's just like, I don't need to bore people with the network television that I watch. That's where I'm at. Because I did Jury Duty and B for like the new things that I was watching this week. Yeah.
Okay. I watched The Big Door Prize episode 4. I'll give that a C+.
I don't know what that is.
I said it on the last couple, I think. It's with that Australian guy from This Is 40. You know that guy? It's on Apple TV.
No.
It was pretty good. It's kind of fallen off, so I'll give it a C+, episode 4, but it's still worth watching. I watched all of season... I watched the whole season.
That just reminded me I didn't watch the new Ted Lasso yet. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
I watched the whole season of Beef, pretty much in one sitting, like almost. I'll give that A+.
Wow, that's a lot to get through.
I watched 8 episodes.
It's very intense to watch in one sitting. Like I needed a break after the first 2. I was like, I gotta turn something else on. Yeah,
it's not like. But
I didn't
it's
think
like,
it was that intense.
It's like a good mix of like funny and action. Like it's not scary to me.
No, it's definitely not scary. But it's just like
they're short
It just like
episodes.
weirded me. Like the not to spoil anything, but like the gun, her grabbing the gun and like like I was like, this is freaking me out. I need a break. Yeah, it's freaking me out.
No, I watched 8 and then I watched the last 2 the next day, but solid A+. I'm just like, this show is like everything I could ask for. Like there wasn't any like, I'm like, I just enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Quick episodes, I like that.
Not too short, but not too long.
Yeah.
Like 30
Yeah,
seconds.
Like 35 minutes, like
It's perfect.
yeah, and just like the fact that all the episodes are out, and I'm like, I'm just gonna watch.
Yeah.
It's 10. It's not that much.
I know, it's hard to come by these days. You would
Yeah.
think with streaming all the episodes, but now we're watching week to week.
Even
know.
like I forget how long Swarm episodes were. I feel like they were longer.
No, they were short.
They were short.
Yeah.
That was very intense though. Like that was harder to watch. I couldn't watch that all in one sitting. Succession, I'll give that an A. Like just solid episode. We talked about it. I watched Air.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
I'm trying to see that.
I was trying to go to the movies this weekend, and
Just
my
not
movie
enough
buddy
time.
was just too busy.
yeah.
Yeah. I saw that in the movie theater. I spilled-
Aisle seat.
No. Well, aisle seat, yes, but on the other side, like, so you know, there's a center.
Not the priority aisle.
I got the aisle seat on the other side,
Cheapo.
which is nice. yeah. Which is nice because then I don't have to sit really next to anyone because on the other side of the aisle, no one's gonna be sitting there.
Yep.
I spilled all my popcorn again on the floor.
clumsy.
My God,
Yeah.
get it together.
Yeah, it was tough. It is tough, especially when you're alone, because then it's like, oh, like,
It's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
You can't even blink
Yeah,
an eye.
no.
Like,
Yeah.
You knocked into me.
It's like, ah.
It's like,
and
I
it was
did
like
that
quiet,
myself.
so
Yeah.
everyone heard it.
You can even joke about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, can't
To
turn to the
anybody.
person next to you and be like, oh, way to go.
Yeah.
I always
Or,
just like
laugh.
slouch down.
Yeah.
But I'll give that an A-. Like, very good movie. Funnier than I thought it would be.
I heard it was really good. I really want to
It's
see
really
it.
good. And I mean, I knew like that Michael Jordan didn't really want to sign with Nike. Like, I didn't know like anything outside of that, the whole story and everything.
I'm very, that is on my list to go see in the
just
movie theaters.
So many good
I haven't
actors.
also been to the movie theater in like maybe 8 months. Like, I've not gone in so long. It's been a really long time.
I've talked to Kelly Keys about this because she lives in the same area where we go to the same movie theater on the Upper West Side. I need to find a new movie theater because this one has the AMC has one theater, like one nice theater.
You don't go to the Lincoln Center one?
No, I do.
Oh.
But it only has one nice like theater where they have the nice seats and everything. Every other theater is like old and not good.
Really? Oh, they got to update that.
So like I've only ever seen one movie in the nice one. I thought Air would be in the nice one. It's like it's just the seats aren't comfortable. Like I gotta find a new theater.
Gotta find a new theater.
And the fact that
you're in the
I gotta
market.
boycott AMC just for the fact that they're charging
Yeah.
for Sightline.
Yeah.
But yeah, solid movie. Jury Duty. I watched the first episode. I'll give that a B. Like
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll go up as I keep watching, and it's just like it's very original idea.
Yes.
I watched the Louis Capaldi documentary. Give that an A-. I didn't know much about him other than the funny like TikToks I see from
Yeah.
him. And I didn't really know his music, but now I might start listening to his music because
I
he
mean,
has a great
he's
voice.
really fucking talented. He can sing that
Yeah.
kid.
I like his parents too.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why I said that. Like, I was like an old, salty judge
To really
of
sing that kid.
vocal
I think he's-
performances. It's like, that kid's really got something, you know?
All right, Simon Cowell.
That kid's really got a special talent.
Yeah. And then I watched episode 3 of season 3 of Dave last night, and I'll give that a B-. Like, the cameos are what makes that show for me.
You
Like,
love a good cameo.
I
Whether
love
it's
a
in
good
life,
cameo.
Loves
Whether
a good
it's in
cameo.
life or-
Nobody loves a big a cameo
or a
like
TV
Noah.
show.
Yeah.
Concert, you better have a
He
cameo.
also, the one thing he mentioned from the Louis Capaldi documentary was Niall Horan's cameo.
yeah. He loves a cameo.
Any concert he's going to in real life, he's like,
Who
who
do you think's
they're
gonna be there?
They're gonna bring out? They gotta have a
Yeah.
special guest.
yeah, when he's going to see Nas.
Yeah.
But Trent, who do you think's going to be there?
Even like
And guess
John.
what? They brought it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think anyone would not love a good cameo.
Yeah.
No, I'm
No,
no judging, but
Yeah.
you really appreciate a good cameo.
Yeah.
I mean, this one had like Rick Ross,
That's a great cameo.
Usher.
That's a good cameo.
There were some good ones. So I'll give it a B-. It's
But see,
not.
that's the thing about Dave. He needs cameos.
Oh, he needs cameos.
He
yeah.
needs cameos.
The show itself isn't that.
But
Or
that's
else
like
the
the whole.
show's
That's
not-
like the show. I feel like.
Right, but that's like
He kind of went away from that, I feel like, in season 2, because it was like,
Yeah. Right.
I just am not that big of a fan.
yeah, I don't love it, but I don't hate it. It's worth watching.
Yeah.
It's so short and
Yeah.
So that's it. That's all I watched.
All right. Well, that's all the things we watched
That's
this
it.
week.